AITA for blocking my step-siblings and my dad's wife while I'm at my mom's house. Original post. My parents broke up when I was 17 was 4. My dad got married when I was 6 and divorced her when I was 9. But he had a son with his first wife. My parents were never married. My half-brother is 9. I don't remember the last time I saw him. His mom moved out of state with him years ago. My dad remarried when I was 11, and his wife already had 3 kids. My step-siblings are 15, 13, and 12. To cut to the chase, I don't really like my dad. I don't think he's a very good dad. His wife is annoying, and I hate having to be around her. She feels like marrying my dad gave her the authority to make me into her kids. She goes to church, and she tried to drag me with her and her kids. She tried to make me read the Bible and embrace her religion. She called my mom a bad parent for sending me to public school, and there's a whole bunch of stuff she's done like that where I just can't stand her. My step-siblings aren't bad, but I don't see my dad marrying their mom as enough to make them my siblings. Especially when my dad's a pretty bad dad overall, and their mom is so annoying I'd like to eat her into space. And they annoy me when they try to make me responsible for them and go to their mom, so I need to take them places when I'm with dad. This got worse after my mom got me a car, and I started driving. The expectations of what I do went way up. So months ago, my mom took dad back to court to change the custody agreement, and the judge said I only need to spend 8 days a month with my dad. That could be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday twice a month, or each weekend. I went with the T/F/S/S, because I want weekends not spent with him. I'm not allowed to block my dad on my phone. I can't mute him or ignore calls/texts from him according to the judge. But I do block his wife and stepkids. Last weekend, my stepsister, 15, was trying to call me while I was at mom's, and I didn't know because she was blocked. She'd been someplace with friends, and they abandoned her. It was starting to get late, too. She ended up calling her mom after trying me for ages, and she said she'd try to call me since she knew I'd be closer. When they got back, they told dad, and I don't know if he didn't care or just let his wife handle it, but she called me up on his phone and yelled at me for ignoring the calls. Dad called me a couple of days later and asked me why I didn't answer, and I said I had no idea she called. He asked how, and I said I just didn't. I had to go there on Thursday, and his wife took my phone from my hand, and so I didn't get the calls. They figured out from there that I'd blocked her during my mom's parenting time. Then they realized the reason I never reply to dad's wife or my step-siblings while I'm with mom is because I must have them all blocked. I'm so glad I get to go home later today, but it's been tough here, and my dad's wife has berated me for being such a shitty older brother to her kids. AITA? People's opinions. India, keep it up. If you're in the U.S., Uber/Lyft are a thing, and using you and your gas money for free transportation is some BS. You're 17, 1 more year to go, and you should remind your dad that you come there to visit him, not act as free transport for his wife's kids. And if all he wanted from your relationship was this, the free rides end as soon as you turn 18. I get why you don't like him. He clearly has no respect for your boundaries and decided you get to help parent the group of extra children he picked up while already being a fairly shitty dad to you and your half-brother. I don't know the legal answer to this, but in Canada, a 17-year-old can definitely decide not to go to the other parents. I've known a 12-year-old that made this decision despite his mom trying to get him to his dad's. They didn't need to get a counselor involved because he just refused. Once the counselor explained to the courts the child's anxiety, they allowed him to make that decision. NTA. Just say no, it's a full sentence. No, I will not watch your kids. No, I won't drive your kids. No, I have no interest in doing something with your kids. They are not my responsibility. I don't even want to be here. I don't want anything to do with them or you. You're not my family. You are people I am forced to spend time with because the person who is supposed to be my father is too selfish and up his own as to give me the space I want since he won't be a proper father to me. NTA. I would think that your dad's wife wouldn't be able to take your phone for the same reason you can't block your dad. You need to answer your mom's calls and texts as well. However, you have no responsibility for any of your dad's wife's kids, nor to her. I would let your mom know about what's been going on, as well as letting your dad know that if they want to force you to take your step-siblings anywhere, they need to be prepared to pay you gas money for every ride, because him and his wife are not the owners of the car, nor did they buy it for you. They might blow up, but that's just more evidence for the judge if y'all do go change custody arrangements again. NTA, but I think you should have a conversation with your dad about what type of relationship he wants to have with you once you're 18. Tell him if he continues to use you as a babysitter/driver for his stepkids that once you turn 18, he will no longer be part of your life. If he'd like to continue seeing you, that he and his wife need to figure out between them how to take care of her kids, because you absolutely won't be doing it. For now, as another commenter stated, stop taking your car to your dad's. It'll suck, but make them provide you a car and gas if they want you hauling her kids around. NTA, honestly, if I were you, I'd tell your dad and his wife where to go and how to get there. You should not be made to put up with that garbage. If you have talked to your mom about it, but I would definitely let her know about the disrespect and tell her you do not want to go back and you do not feel comfortable there. 17 or not, you are still a minor, and your mom needs to be your advocate in this situation. I agree with others on here. It is hella weird that a judge would demand you have to have visitation like this. Hopefully it'll get sorted out quickly. Until then, keep blocking them if that is what is best for you, OP. You don't owe them shit.